And we're back for some more dumpster diving in Dragon Quest. The best thing on the planet. Our name is Bilbo. We're in Fairbury. We have to go talk to Calderash's daughter about the crystal ball. Oh, hello. Blah, blah, blah. Got it. Please protect this poor lost sheep. You hear that? You're a lost sheep, Mr. Baggins. A lost dang sheep. My goal for this stream would be... This is a video, not a stream. Number 1. My goal for this video would be get a few levels, get to Waterfall Cave. Be considering going in.
You came.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I must have drifted off. How rude of me.
It happens. It's nighttime. That's when people sleep.
I wanted to ask you a favor about this crystal ball.
It's made of glass.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should start from the beginning?
That's usually the best place. Yeah.
Of course. Let me explain.
You
My
know.
father, Caldarasha, was once a really famous fortune teller. Lost treasure, missing people. There was nothing the great Caldarasha couldn't help people with.
Okay. What about, like, their taxes?
But then one day, he lost his powers. All of a sudden, nothing he foretold turned out to be true anymore.
Rip.
It's probably because he stopped using a real crystal ball. This glass ball isn't...
It's not made of crystal, because it's made of glass. Math.
Valentina, what is going on here?
We're having sex.
How many times have I told you not to touch my crystal ball? What? Aren't you that boy from the pub? What brings you here? Yeah, never mind. I do not know what my daughter has asked you, but you can forget it. I do not need your help. I am fine as I am.
If you say so.
I am going to bed. Valentina, say your farewells and show our young visitor to the door.
I can see the door. Like 5 steps away. 3? Probably 3.
I'm sorry about my father.
Me too.
But whatever he says, he's the one who's really suffering since he lost his powers.
That would explain the drunkenness.
That's why I wanted to ask you this favor. Can you find him a crystal ball? One that's big enough to bring back his powers?
Does the size of the crystal ball matter
Really?
in the
whale.
foretelling?
Oh, this is exactly how it all happened in my dream. So far, everything's come true. I also dreamt that there's a crystal ball hidden deep inside the cave, under the big waterfall to the south of town.
Convenient.
I suppose only the daughter of the great Caldarasha could know a thing like that.
Oh, my chair arms make a lot of noise. I'm now realizing. Apologies. I don't think I'd ever looked at the mixer when I just bashed my elbows down on my chair. Hey! 4 gold, I'll never get to spend 7 gold. I'm gonna be so rich. You don't even know. Wow. No loot upstairs. How rude. Okay. To level grinding. Well, I guess I'll spend... Oh, I can't use the gate. I guess I will use some gold to buy, like, healing items, actually. So, it is unfair of me to say that I will never use that gold. True. True. Well, next step is starting to get some levels so that we're a little bit stronger.
I see. Magnificent! Such devotion to her father. I'm impressed. Just how a daughter should be.
Okay.
And if this Kaldarasha gets his powers back, there's nothing he can't find, am I right?
Probably.
Then we'll kill two birds with one stone. If everything goes according to plan, we'll find out where that hateful Dulmagus is.
True.
The time's getting on.
Also true.
Medea and I will stay outside. That's the last time we set foot in a barbaric town like this. But you should spend the night at the inn and rest well, so that you're ready to take on the world tomorrow. In the morning, we leave for the Waterfall Cave.
Got it. Peace. Good morning. Did you have a good rest? It was dark, so I can't be sure, but I think the little man you came with slept in his wagon outside the town gates last night. Anyway, have a safe trip. Will do, friend. So, swords, axes. Jessica is probably gonna be whips, and then Angelo. Staves or bows? Probably staves. Although I don't know how good he actually is with staves. I know you can find some decent staves and you can make other good ones. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of... We're gonna fight some enemies. Because 3 HP doesn't sound like that much, but then you have to remember that your strong character has 30 HP. So a battle that lasts 2 rounds, if they take hits, that's 5 battles before they're dead. Which is not very many. And we don't have any healing yet, besides items. What's over there, actually? Castle Trodaine. Fairbury. I think we're going the wrong way. So that satyr can put people to sleep. So we smack. 2 damage, not a big deal. Bang! Then you can get paralyzed by the lips, so... Also a smack. Battle music seems like it's a little loud, so let's just... go like there. That should be better. Do-do-do. Although, can I change it as a setting in the game itself? Because that would be better. Ah, I can. Okay. So let me actually put these back where they normally are. Yeah. Sound effects there. Keep the voice a little higher. Because you always want to be able to hear what people say. Okay. So again, our goal today is get to the cave. Get a level or 2 along the way. And actually maybe talk to the guy at the top of the cave. Who lost his toolbox. Because if we can go get the tool box or the tool sack, whatever he has, he'll give us some cheese. Which cheese is good. Hey, strength, agi, wisdom, no resilience. Yangus is level 2. Hey, nice. First levels. Just relax with some Dragon Quest music. Well, there's the waterfall cave. You can tell because there's a waterfall. So we're going to... I don't know why I did it this way. Seems actually maybe silly of me. Let's do that. Beautiful. One down. Two down. Two down. 4 experience points. 6 guild. So it's weird, because when I'm farming, all I'll be farming for is experience. I won't be farming for gold at all. So I'll probably do less farming in the end. Because really, gold is super valuable in this game. For quite a long time, until you have like the upgraded alchemy pot, which is... it's a ways in. I don't know if it's like after Trodain, I can't remember. It's a good ways into the game. I know that for a fact. Because until you have that, alchemy isn't like a be-all, end-all. It's nice, but it isn't gonna necessarily carry the day for you. I should actually just use... remember, I can buy healing items. That's the only thing I'm letting myself purchase. So, there is zero reason for me to not use healing items as I need to for safety. There's gonna be some monster drops that we worked really hard to try and get. I have a feeling actually now. Because they'll either be useful for alchemy or... I mean, it's the only way to get new gear. So even if it's like a town or so behind, it could still be very good if we haven't gotten anything in like 4 towns. You know? Well, didn't really need to heal for that fight, but you never know what you're going to get for a fight. The beauty of random encounters. Everything is unpredictable. Like, this fight could have potentially killed someone at 11 HP. If we get a little unlucky and there's focus, like, he'd been at 5 right now. Like, would he have lived? Probably. What about 3? And there we go. But, like, getting down to 3 is non-ideal. It's a little too close to the edge for me. Most of the time. So, I'm gonna talk a little bit about why I like this game. It is... I don't know how big the world actually is, but it feels truly massive. Like, I feel like you can explore this world forever. Visitors all the way up here. Well, now that you're here, maybe I could ask you a little favor. Sure. Okay, I'm only going to say this once, so clean out your ears and get listening. If you go outside and look at the view from the top of the mountain, you should be able to spot a tree with red leaves. I had a bit of a kip there when I was out the other day, and it seems I left my tool bag behind. I don't expect you to do this for free. Of course, I'll be able to give you a small reward. I'll be waiting here in my hut for you to bring it back. Try not to take too long. Okay. Will do. Thank you for the seed of agility. Good old seed of agility. So now we're gonna go try and get this guy's back. Well, the world feels huge, and it feels like there are, like, hidden things around a lot of corners. Not every corner, but a lot of them. And I don't know, there's just... It's not even the characters, there's such a depth to the world that was built for this game. Like, your characters are your pretty standard JRPG fare. Like, they've got their differences from the stock standard party, but it's nothing groundbreaking. It's not like a Persona party, where you care so much about everyone's, like, stories in their made-up lives. It's a Final Fantasy party, where everyone's kind of... We're hanging out together to save the world from darkness, right? But something about the scope of the world, despite me not generally loving a lot of open-world games, really gets me. So I'm pretty sure splitting your damage is almost always worse in this game, until you're one-shotting things. Like, I'm just thinking about it, and unless there's, like, some fundamental misunderstanding with my brain that I've never figured out since I was, like, 13. If I go first and I take one enemy out, I don't always go first. If I go first, I take one enemy out, only 2 of the 3 enemies can hit me, right? Hey, I learned heal, but I have no magic. Lovely. Then I take 1 less hit. And then I'll take 1 less hit the next turn if I'm going first. I guess the only time it helps you is if one of your characters goes first and the other doesn't. Then suddenly you're maybe taking 1 less hit on subsequent turns where you would have taken the same number of hits as you did on the first turn last time. Yeah, some weird, like, shader artifacting happening. That's okay. That's gonna happen. We don't worry about it too much. Like, I know that that enemy usually does decent damage. And that these ones can wash their face. So I focus that enemy. The real question that I want to find out is, does Yangus one-shot one of the cats now? Also, something I might have to abuse in this that I haven't had to in other run-throughs of this game. The person in the front of your party tends to attack the most. So I might have to just switch that up occasionally. Although, I think, like... we'll hit a point where I'll be pretty close to as strong as I am in most of my playthroughs. I think. Also, I think I want to go this way, but I have to admit, I don't remember how to bring up the map. I don't have a map yet. That would be why I don't remember how to bring up the map. I think I want to go this way. But I don't fully remember. Also, another thing I love about Dragon Quest, all the puns. Capsichums. It's a good name. Whoever thought of that deserves a raise. Bang. Okay. So, I mean, the one issue with this game that I'm aware of as I'm trying to make a YouTube series of it, for it being a YouTube series, is it is slow as shit. Like, I'm gonna need to have things to talk about, which is something I'm not always the best at. But, because the game kind of just moseys along. I think in some ways that would make it a better stream game, because if you have, like, people chatting with you, then you can kind of talk about whatever you want with chat while you stream it. But I don't know, I really wanted to play it, and I've started on YouTube. If I end up streaming it, I'll probably upload VODs to YouTube. Ooh, and get another game to stream. But not another game to stream, another game to record. I was really looking forward to actually recording Horizon Zero Dawn, but it kind of runs like booty on every PC under the sun? Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking of still maybe, if I'm not feeling the series in a little bit, recording some videos of it and seeing if it's, like, tolerable. But for right now, undecided on that front. Oh, I meant to go back, but I hit the other confirm button. So I have two buttons here set as confirm that are right next to each other. There we go. Okay. I mean, that's our most difficult encounter yet. 4 enemies, all that do 2 to 3 damage a hit. Nothing wild, though, as you can see. So I think if we grab this and get back to our friend, that will be our episode today. Then tomorrow, we'll be delving into the cave. The Cave of Waterfalls. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to go back to town and then go to our friend. Because I need to be able, I just remembered. To end videos of this, I need to save somewhere. Which, significantly less of an issue once I have Zoom and can just, like, warp somewhere to save real quick. But means there are occasionally going to be longer than 30-minute videos of this for sure. You know, this game might be pivoted to the stream. There's another RPG I was interested in recording that might take its place. Radiant Historia. Or Radiata Stories. Again, my issue with Radiata Stories and Radiant Historia. I don't know when you can save. I mean, I can end a video without saving and then, like, start a new video and then we go save somewhere. But right now I'm kind of having to record in, like, relatively small batches, sadly. So that cuts into my being able to, like, split my time efficiently pretty hard. 3 skill points. First skill points. He's gonna be an Axes guy. I'm gonna put some skill points into Humanity, I think. Like 1. 1 Humanity skill point per level. More when I max Axes. Oh, we need to heal. And I do have a 1 Chimera Wing that I've found, but running out of herbs. But we're close to the town, we're on the road. It probably won't hit night before we get there. It might. It'll be close. It'll probably just barely be night when we get there. But with the HP we have, I'm not super worried about night monsters in this area. We've gotten good levels. Bilbo should level up in this fight, probably. Because he's a level behind Yangus now, I think? Yep, there we go. Ebony. Leave Alphen alone. Ebony is a small black poodle. Alphen is a large, mostly white collie. Ebony bullies Alphen a lot. Like that.
Hey.
He doesn't actually hurt him because there's a very large size difference. But he is an asshole. Like, for sure. And, oh, I was gonna say, we made it back to town with no incident. Not necessarily. I think we did, though. Like, literally, that unit attacked me. I think it was actually possible for me to die here, so. We have made it back to town with no incident. We'll take a rest, we'll hit up a save, and that'll be today's video. We got a bag, we'll have to return it to a man tomorrow, and then go into the cave beneath his house. Well, beneath the mountain he built his house on. It's not really like in his house in like a sub-basement or something. That'd be wild. I don't really spend... I'm trying to think, are there any like house-like dungeons in this game? Not really. It's mostly like dungeon-like dungeons. Like very traditionally dungeony. 6 gold coins. I got 214. I will stay the night, good sir. Oh, he's already tinkering away. Putting in work on that alchemy pot. I did. Extremely restful. I have MP now. I slept in your beds and suddenly I can cast magical spells. Wild. What a world. That's the kind of bed I want. I mean, I guess it's just D&D, right? You take a nap and, oh, I can cast more magical spells. Isn't that cool? And it's like, yeah, it is cool. You're right. Can I save with you? No. Oh, you take confessions at night. What's the priest doing at night? Lazy son of a bitch, if you're awake at the same time. I guess he is old as shit. All that you have done before the Almighty Goddess, now record it in an adventure log. Sure. Memory card slot 1. For our confession. Just right here. That's okay. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time for dumpster diving in Dragon Quest VIII.